Hello everyone, and this is me, Samdrasi1. Welcome to our channel. So today I'm going to discuss about Iran-USA war 2026. Okay, so in this, if you're having any doubt, you can ask me just after the video, or you can just ask me before the video. But I can only reply your comment after once the video is done. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Agenda. Yes, agenda means that what we're going to discuss about today. Today we're going to discuss introduction, start of the war, major incidents, and the reason of the war, why Iran attacks Middle East, sudden effects of war, and the impacts on different countries, and latest news, war and discussion and conclusion. Yes, we're going to discuss on these topics, and each of the topics consists of the bullet points, so that it's going to be more easier, and you can just wrap it up quickly, and you can just remember it easily. And this isn't short. This is not like in lengthier. This is gonna be this is a really easy for you to just wrap it quickly, okay? Or this, and you can just put it in mind up easily, okay? So let's get started. Introduction. Yeah, this is a modern war 2026. It is between the United States and Israel and Iran. It is happening mainly in the Middle East. Yes, this is a modern war. Why did they say a modern war? Because in earlier times, when old times, if you say at the time of the 90s, when the old war used to happen, means old war, right? They used to have with the help of the guns, pistol or tanks, right? But if you're just gonna come in modern war, they use in this era, I mean in this year, they use airstrikes, drones, and missiles. That's why they said. That's why it is mentioned as a modern war. Now, it is between the United States and Israel and Iran. Yes. Now let me tell you that the United States and Israel are both are in as an ally, and they are against of Iran. Ally means friend, means the United States and Israel are friends and they are together. And while Iran, the United States and Israel are against with Iran. They are against actually with Iran, and it is happening mainly in the Middle East. Yes. So why is it happening? Why is it doing that? So we're gonna see each and everything in each and every slide. Okay. So let's go ahead. Now, start a war. Okay. How when did it start and how did it start? Okay, so let's see. War was started on 28th February 2026. U.S. and Israel launched large airstrikes on Iran, around 900 attacks in few hours, targeted military bases, nuclear sites, government leaders, and this was called a major military operation. Yes, as you can see right now, this war was started on 28th February 2026, and is April. I mean today is 7th April, right? But guys, see, this was started on 20th February, and today is 7th April. See, as you can see, this is actually extend, and I might be thinking it might be possible that it wouldn't end at all. It would end at the ending of the year, or it might be possible to end at the time of the August or September or October. Because as the war is happening right now, I don't think so. It's gonna happen. It would end really that. So we're gonna see each and everything in the slide. So let's see. U.S. and Israel launched large airstrikes on Iran. Yes, the U.S. and Israel, as I said, that the U.S. and Israel are both are an ally, means friends. They both are together, and they launched large airstrikes on Iran just because they are against. Okay, around 900 attacks in few hours, as you can see. On Iran, the US and Israel launched airstrikes. Around 900 attacks had happened within a few hours. And the US and Israel mainly target are the military bases, nuclear sites, government leaders. Okay, and these are the three targets in which the US and Israel wants to airstrike to Iran. And this was called a major military operation. Yes. So let's go ahead. Major incidents of the war. Okay, Iran top leader was killed in early attacks. Iran launched the missiles, drones. The attacks spread to the U.S. bases, Israel, Gulf countries, and war quickly become very large and dangerous. Now let me explain in briefly way, Iran top leader was killed in early attacks. As you can see, the Iran top leader means like chief minister, ministers, president, prime ministers. These are known as top leaders, right? So these leaders was killed in early attacks. Means at the starting of the attacks, right? And in which the president of the Iran, the Khamenei, was also killed in the early attacks because he is also one of the top leaders. The Iran launched missiles in drones. Yes, Iran launched missiles in drones so that they can defeat the U.S. and Israel in easily way. Now, attacks spread to the U.S. bases, Israel, and Gulf countries. You can say that Iran's target is on the U.S. bases, Israel, and Gulf countries. Okay, and war becomes very large and dangerous. Yes, as you can see, that is actually becoming a very intense and very dangerous. It might be the having it could might be the having the side effects of this war, and what would happen if this war could continue, and what would be the side effects. We're gonna see in each and everything in every slide. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, reason of the war. Okay, these are the reason of the war, why the war is happening actually. The main reason of behind the conflict is nuclear program. The US and Israel believe that Iran can make a nuclear weapons. Yes, the US and Israel believe that Iran can make a nuclear weapons, and that's why the war happened. Second thing, the oil tensions. The conflict started many years ago, since 1979. Yes, as you can see that in this the conflict was started many years ago, since 1979, and between the US and Iran, and they're having old tension, and which is not still solved at all. The power in Middle East, Iran wants to strong influence, but the US and Israel wants to stop it. They don't want that Iran will they don't want that Iran wants a strong influence. They want to stop it. And failed agreements, nuclear deal discussion failed. Yes. The whatever the discussion happened between the U.S. and Iran, it was failed actually. That's why it said we had failed agreements. Okay. Why Iran attacks in Middle East? Yes, this is the reason why Iran attacks in Middle East. Iran attacked the nearby countries because the US bases are present there. Some countries support US in Israel. Target included oil areas, military bases, ships, and Iran wants to put pressure on enemies. Now Iran attacked the nearby country because US bases are present there. Yes, in some of the countries and Middle East countries are like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Yemen, Kuwait. A lot of these countries, the USA bases are present there, and because of that the is uh, the Iran attacks is happening on the Middle East. Okay, and some countries support US and Israel. Some countries might be possible, or might they're having the USA bases or not, they're having, but they're in support of US and Israel. Target included, okay, the Iran's target is mainly in oil areas, military bases, and ships. Iran wants to put pressure on enemies. Yes, Iran actually wants to put pressure on enemies, and means that Iran don't want to just the Iran wants to stop it, but only in his wishes. But he wants to extend more and more, right? So let's go ahead. Side effects of the war means world impact. Global effects, oil prices increase sharply, trade flights stop in fear bigger war. Economic effects, inflation increased worldwide, human impact, thousands of people died and many people lost their homes. Yes, as you can see right now, the global effects means the all countries, including India. Also, right, it means that the oil price is going to increase sharply. Means that today's oil price, which is on like I don't know, sorry, the oil price increase means the oil price, which is at today's rate, going to increase more the means 2x. You can say more than a double of that price from which everyone means that not everyone could buy that oil easily. Second, the trade flights has been stopped just because of the if the one flight is going, so it might be the possible that the fight which is going against Iran and Israel, the Iran and USA, they might be, it could might be the possible that it would be Iran's flight, or it is with the USA flight. They would target on the particular flight, and as you know that in one flight it consists of 200 or 100 people, and which can cause them as a death. So that's why the trade in flights has been stopped. Fear of bigger war. Yes, as you can see, many countries having a fear of the bigger war, because they don't know when the war gonna end, but they're just praying that please the that the please that are praying to the God that please the war would end, and they're having the fear of the bigger war, because if the war would extend, a lot of things and the side effects would actually gonna increase. So the and because of that, many people gonna lose their homes, and many people gonna die. Okay, economic effects, inflation increase in worldwide. Yes, as you can see, till the war is happens, the world inflation gonna increase and increase on the increase on the worldwide. Okay, human impact. This thousands of people gonna die, and many people lost their homes. Yes, as in human impact, as you can see, the Iran is fighting with U.S. and Israel, and somehow Iran, somehow the people also lost their homes in Iran, and some other people also lost their homes and or died in the USA. Okay, now war and discussion. Many countries want a ceasefire means peace. The Iran wants a permanent solution. USA and Israel wants to stop the nuclear program, security in region, but no final agreement yet. The war may continue. Yes, now let me explain it briefly regarding the war and discussion. That many countries want to cease fire means peace. Yes, many countries want to cease fire, because if the ceasefire would happen, this war wouldn't extend anymore, and this war would stop in right over there. So that this because if the agreement has been signed, means means that if the peace agreement has been signed, means that the war would not happen anymore, and they would have a ceasefire means peace. Iran wants a permanent solution. Yes, Iran wants a permanent solution. If the Iran wouldn't get a permanent solution, the war wouldn't end at all. The US and Israel wants to stop a nuclear program, security in region. Yes, they stop the nuclear program because, as you know, as I told you, that Iran's having a nuclear weapon, and that's the reason why the war was started. And security in region, yes, there should be a security in the region also, but no final agreement yet. The war may continue. Yet there's no agreement of the peace or ceasefire, or like the or like their wishes, or like anything. There's nothing or no final agreement yet. The war may continue. Yes, it might be possible the war may continue, because since the agreement isn't said that like ceasefire would happen, from which the war wouldn't happen anymore. If this agreement wouldn't sign yet, the war still be continued till the Iran's solution, till the Iran didn't get its permanent solution. Because as I just told you, it is written right over there, Iran wants a permanent solution. If the Iran gets a permanent solution, there will be a final agreement. But till the Iran didn't get a permanent solution, no final agreement yet. The war may continue. That's the reason. Now, conclusion. The war was started suddenly in 2026. Yes, the war was started suddenly in 2026 on February 28th. It caused by the nuclear issue and plus overtension. Yes, as I told you that there was a nuclear issue, as Iran was good in making nuclear weapons, so that's why the war was started. And old tension was started as in 1979, and that's the reason it was caused, and it spread across the Middle East. Yes, it was really spread across the Middle East and affected the whole world. It affected the whole world, including India, China, a lot of countries also, and still not ended. Yes, it's still not any means of war wouldn't at all. It might be possible that it would extend till the August or October. Let's see. We're gonna hope it for stop. We're gonna pray to God that the war will stop because we don't also want to just the war would happen at all. We don't want to extend the war at all. We want just a peace because we are as Indians, we are also getting effect from their war because oil's price are also increasing, and from which also everyone could not buy oil easily. So this will all for today, guys. I hope you like my channel. If you like my channel, please subscribe and share, and also circular and please circular this video to everyone or your family members and also your friends also. Okay, have a good day. Bye everyone, guys, and have a take care.